And we are live. Hey guys, this is Rob from RB1S Studios in Marshfield, Massachusetts. And we're recording this quick little video for you today. This is going to be our August update for 2023. We wanted to bring everybody up to speed on what's been happening here at the studios for the last couple of weeks now. We're rolling towards the end of summer here, at least in the Boston area. It's been a wild summer, a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of crazy storms, including tornado warnings, something unusual for this area. But we have experienced some unusual weather here this year, this particular summer. And as you know, that at least for us, typically during the summer months, things kind of wind down a little bit. They tend to slow down, and everyone's away from the hobby bench, and not too much productivity. Although we have been quite active behind the scenes here at RB1S Studios. We've been doing a lot of prep work, a lot of getting ready for different things like ArmorCon coming up in October, which is a big regional amps show. A lot of the guys down there we've known for years, and we're vending this year. It's probably our 24th or 25th year, going back to the days of Amps East, and now it's ArmorCon. With the exception of the COVID year of 2020 there, or 2019, or whatever it was, when everything shut down. But anyway, we will be vending. It will be our third year down at Southbury, Connecticut this year, as opposed to Danbury, Connecticut. We'll be down at the Wyndham Plaza Hotel, or whatever it is, down in Southbury, the second weekend of October. And we're looking forward to that. We have some vendor tables. We're going to be thinning out our own personal stash here. As you know, we sell a lot of great model kits, a lot of armor kits, a lot of figures, a lot of diorama items, some aftermarket, and we might bring some printed materials and books this year. We don't quite know yet, but we're preparing for it. We're getting ready. Again, we're going to be pulling some quality armor kits out of our own stash. One of the things we want to do is, one, thin out the herd. We have far too many model kits, and far more that we could possibly build in our lifetime. But anyway, we're going to thin out the herd. We're going to put up some great model kits. We're going to sell some and from our personal stash this year, and we're going to raise some funds and hopefully get some high-tech gear in here so we can record better videos, do live streaming and video tutorials moving forward. We've had a lot of things going on here at the studios. There's been construction going on outside the building. There's a slight interruption with some of our activities here, so that's why we're only doing one video this month. A lot of times we do two, a part one and a part two for a video update. We have not been able to do a video up until today. So that's where we are. We're going to record this quick video and bring everybody up to speed on what's been happening. We've been making a few purchases here and there. Not a lot of model kits, but one of the things we have been doing, we've been getting some care packages from our good friends over in AK Interactive in Spain. And it's a build-up to something that's coming up. It's going to be formally announced this week. RB1S Studios is going to be involved with a group build. It's going to be sponsored by AK Interactive. Long-standing business relationship with AK Interactive, going back to its earliest days. We've been carrying their products for a number of years now. We're quite happy with them. We've been doing business with them for a number of years, and we have a good working relationship with them. They send us email updates from time to time and try to get us to buy some of the new products and try them, and we've been doing that consistently over the last several months, and trying to promote some of their brand new products that they've been releasing and want people to try out and use them. So that's going to be a B plan for us, or at least a backup plan for us moving forward. You're going to see some of that coming up in our tutorials and live streaming and whatnot once we get that new equipment. We definitely need to get the upgrades because we're still using the M1944 version, Marine Corps issue, of our recording setup here. Unfortunately, it's just like a pair of shoes. After a while, shoes and sneakers and that type of thing go faster. They have a tendency to wear out after a period of time, and their useful life comes to an end, and you've got to buy yourself some new Go Fasters, new combat boots, or new foot gear, and still keep moving forward. And during that time, there's a little bit of a break-in process in order to get them to feel all nice and comfy and relaxed and easy going and help protect those feet of yours. But anyway, moving forward, we have a special announcement coming up midweek, and you guys are going to like this because Red Beach One Studios is going to be participating in a group build. Again, it's going to be sponsored by AK Interactive. It's going to be working together with Rick Lawler and his propaganda channel over on Patreon and YouTube, and our good friends, the Plastic Posse Podcast. I'm sure you guys all know them. We're wearing one of their shirts today. But we've been speaking to both Rick Lawler over the past couple of months. This has been in the planning for a while now. We haven't been able to make an official announcement quite yet, but we can hint towards it and start promoting it now because the official announcement's coming on Wednesday, the 30th of August, which we're recording this video now. It's now Sunday, and we'll be dropping this particular video on Wednesday evening at 20:30, which is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be featuring a live chat with it as well. So you guys will be able to participate in that if you wanted to. We ran one of those last month back in July with a live chat, and we had 12 members or 12 participants in that. It was great. Rick Lawler was a special guest, and we had Jensen Taylor from the Triple P with us as well. That was pretty cool. But anyway, like I said, there's going to be a group build coming up. It's going to be sponsored by AK Interactive and the Triple P and Rick Lawler, and of course Red Beach One Studios here is going to be a participant in that, and we're going to help with the promotions of it, and we're quite happy about that. I guess we can kind of show you what we're going to be doing. It's not going to be a tank, it's not going to be a figure, it's not going to be even an airplane, but it's going to be something that could be considered a diorama item or a shadow box item. It's a fairly new product line that AK has introduced over the last 6 to 8 months, and they want us to promote it. So therefore, we're going to be doing a group build for these. They have in their line of products, they have a new setup here, and they're calling them the all-in-one box sets. Something similar to the Ammo of Meg Jimenez has done the solutions boxes and all that kind of stuff, where they have an all-in-one type of deal with a book and all different kinds of paint and finishing projects. These ones here from AK, the all-in-one box sets, are something a little bit different, where they provide you with a resin cast building facade, and they include a few paints, a few brushes, and some finishing, streaking grime and different things. They have 2 sets out right now. They have a box number 1, which is Charvin's Facade. It's a French building, and we're going to be doing this one here for the group build for simplicity reasons, and we're quite happy with it, and it's a great little project. We're going to be trying out some various different AK products that have been either coming out or are out or have been out for a while, so we're going to introduce that, and we're going to get some of our painting skills out there. Now the box 2 set is a little bit different. This one features features a English style hotel. Again, it's a building facade. It's a little bit more complicated than the first one. This is box 2 of the all-in-one sets, and it includes some different resin pieces, some glass windows and stuff like that. So each one is going to be a different progression from the next one. So I'm assuming that there's going to be more of these sets to follow, but we don't know that for sure. But it's an all-inclusive set. It comes with the paints, it comes with the building, it comes with some signage. This particular one comes with some resin things for lighting, and a clear plastic or clear acetate type of material for the windows. Very good idea coming from AK Interactive. We want to show you this one too as well. This is the English Hotel. This is the all-in-one box set number 2, and we're going to be featuring that here at Red Beach One Studios, although at least for the initial stand being, we're going to be doing the Chauvin's Facade just for simplicity reasons. If there's enough time allowed for the build, which I believe we've been told that it's going to be 60 days starting on September 1st. So that gives us 2 months, or at least 2 months for everyone to participate. It's open to everyone, so they're going to be promoting this on the Plastic Posse podcast. Rick Lawler and his propaganda channel, and of course Red Beach One Studios is going to be involved for our end of the deal, and whoever else is going to be involved in it is going to be great. But it's going to be something different. It's outside of our comfort zone, let's say. This is more of like a diorama type thing where we're going to be painting buildings and windows and old wood. So we've been covering down on some of that, some of the AK third generation sets that they have. They have sets that are specific for old wood or some faded materials and stuff like that. And we've been, of course, priming and all this other stuff and getting ready for this. And we're going to be using some 502 oils and different finishing materials, some of the new deep shade colors, which will be coming in here to the studios this week. The deep shades, which is more of like an acrylic wash type of material. We've seen Rick Lawler use them, but we have those coming in. We have some of the new AK styrene in different shapes and sizes, which we're going to modify our Chauvin's facade to our own style, let's say. We've been trying out some of their other products, like the mossy green stuff, which is like a lichen type material for mossy type green moisture type things. But anyway, that's where we're at. We wanted to cover down on that, and we're quite excited about this, and that's going to be the big thing moving forward. We're going to be given 60 days for it, and we're going to have to actually change our scheduling here a little bit when we typically only work on model kits during the weekends, and lately throughout the summer it's been Sundays only, which is most unfortunate, but that's how we roll here. We have our marching orders. We're limited to what we can do. We have a full-time job like most people, but we're in the contracting field, and we have a lot of responsibilities, and we like to get paid so we can pay for all this stuff. But that's, everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's got to go through the same thing. It's just that for us here at the studios, we have our own little game plan that we have to abide by. And, of course, Red Beach One Studios is across social media. We're on 4 different platforms, and we've just recently expanded our reach on social media. And we're going to be introducing, if you guys are not familiar with it, which is an offshoot of Instagram. Red Beach One Studios is now on Threads. We just set that account up over the past week or two. We haven't tried it out all that much. It's very similar to Instagram. In fact, it's linked to Instagram. But we're going to try that one out and get some flow going there. And we're also now, Red Beach One Studios now is also on Pinterest. We recently set that one up as well, and that's a little bit different. It's not quite a social media outlet. It's more of like a research and sharing ideas, and we're going to be doing some different things with wartime photographs and some photographs of our own work and everything. Once we get across that line with some of the projects that we have here on our bench, like the SMK from Tacom or the Tamiya Jagdpanzer 470A, and then we have the Tamiya Stug 3B, which we've been working on. We purposely held back on some of these projects so we can move forward with some of these other things. And moving into the fall months, typically when it starts to cool down and the daylight hours start to get a little bit shorter, we'll be spending a little bit more time at the bench. We can't guarantee any weekday activity at the hobby bench, but we're going to be increasing our weekend activity at the hobby bench. So if we've been given 6 weeks to complete the facade, that gives us about 6 days, 12 days to do it and get it complete. I think we can do it. One of the things we're going to be trying out is our brand new Gallery GHAD 39 airbrush, which is something else we wanted to show off here today, but it's not within our reach right at this very moment. But we have a new airbrush company out there. It's called Gallery. They're currently now on Amazon. Go check them out. They have a funny little bit of a spelling, but we'll put up some of the photographs of what we have here at Red Beach One Studios and some of our social media platforms, and we've been going back and forth with them. We've been actually working together with Mike Rinaldi on this. He's been one of the point men for it, and then Rick Lawler also received a gallery airbrush as well. In one of his videos, he's going to be showing it off too. And we purchased our own off of Amazon. It's we're going to be using our airbrush, the GHAD 39, which is the basic starter airbrush. Not starter airbrush, but it's their introduction airbrush. They have higher quality ones and different ones with a pistol grip on it and different things like that, which is more like what we use at work with the HVLP system. But anyway, we're quite excited about it. We're going to be working together with Gallery Airbrush Company. They're great. They're on Amazon.com, so go look them up. We'll be sure to post up some of the information in the description and the credits in our YouTube video, so you guys can go check that out. We'll be posting up some links on some of our other social media and get that thing rolling, because we're going to be, helping those guys out, and they're going to be helping us out, and we're going to be working together with several other well-known modelers out there like Rick Lawler and like Mike Rinaldi, and we're going to help push this company into the limelight, and they're doing a great job, and they have a great offering, great line of products, great customer service. They offer replacement parts and all kinds of other stuff, and their airbrushes are fantastic. We went out on a paint mule. We tried out the GHAD 39, and we're primarily going to be using it for primer and base coats. That's what we had purchased it for. We had purchased it on Amazon for $45 with free prime shipping. We had it the next day, and it's great. And of course they have the 98D, which is the next step up, and then they have the GHAD 68, which is the same airbrush but with a pistol grip type setup for the trigger mechanism, whatever you want to call it. We're not used to using that with an airbrush so much for models, but we're definitely used to something like that for the work we do with our full-time job with a pistol grip. But anyway, that's one of the things you guys may or may not know, is that we operate spray equipment almost 24/7. So yeah, we're quite familiar with all types of setups, all types of things, color match, and working with pigments. We do that for a living and get paid for it. So, but it's not models. So anyway, that's where we are, guys. We wanted to give you a quick update today. We have a few other things we wanted to cover down on today, but we're going to put those off until the next video update. We can bring everybody up to speed on what's going to be happening in the fall months. We're going to be changing gears a little bit here at Red Beach One Studios. You'll notice some of our content is changed a little bit over the summer. We have reintroduced a great video series by a good friend of ours. We wanted to mention this, Adam Wilder. Now, Adam Wilder is a world-known modeler. He has several books of his own, Adam's Armor or whatnot, that were put out by AFE Modeler. Great books to have in your collection if you don't have them. But Adam Wilder is a fantastic modeler. He's world-known. He's well-known by many people. He's a good friend of ours. We've personally met Adam many years ago. We're still staying in touch. But one of the things that we reached out to him on is that he has a great video series on his YouTube channel, his Wilder YouTube channel. And it's 27 different episodes, 27. So it's 1 through 27. And they're called the Finishing Techniques KV1. And they're fantastic step-by-step tutorials. Adam Wilder, and we've been posting those up on some of our social media, and we're going to be consistently putting them up until we get to 27, and then we're going to roll things back, and then there's a 3-part series for the approaches to color modulation as well, so we're going to be running those as well. But it's a little bit of I don't want to call it a revision, but we're trying to reintroduce those video series from Adam to everyone, and we're helping him with some promotions on that, and hopefully maybe we'll see Adam get back into the limelight and get back into it and record some new video materials if the popularity gets up there. So that's one of the things we've been doing. We've been promoting his video series, and we're enjoying it. We're enjoying going back in time a little bit And each one of those videos is a tutorial about something very specific on weathering or some type of technique that he has used over the years, and it's a great teaching point. And Adam has his own style, and it's quite remarkable. And many of us modelers out there look up to Adam and his technique and teachability, and his willingness to share all this information with us, even though that it might be a few years old. So that's one of the things that we're doing here at the studios, is we're trying to reintroduce that video series to everyone, and to give everyone a little bit of a refresher course. And of course, our focus here is some in-depth model making materials, so that's why we post up a lot of these tutorials from different people like Adam or Mike Rinaldi or Rick Lawler or some of the others out there. We do have others, and we're going to be getting behind some of those guys as well, and promoting some of their stuff here at the studios, in addition to what we do here on our own. So you're also going to be seeing some new material coming out from Red Beach 1 Studios as well. Some of our own material, some exclusive material from our own bench, and in the fall months, moving towards past ArmorCon, heading towards the holidays, we're going to be hitting the gears in full gear, hit the ground running, and by that time our boots will be broken in and we'll be ready to climb the mountain. But that's about it, guys. We're going to sign off here. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. We got some NFL football preseason to be wrapping up this week. NFL regular season starts up in 2 weeks on September 10th, at least for the New England Patriots. And anyway, so guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. And we'll see you in that group build. We'll be back next time. Let's hit the bench.